Hello everyone and welcome to Contentment Guide Astrology. So this is your weekly review for the 4th to the 10th of September. Welcome to my channel. Please like, share and subscribe, and please comment. I would love to know how the energies that are happening right now are playing out for everyone. These certainly seem to be times of real change. I know it has been for me, and I would love to know how things are playing out for you. So we'll get straight into it. So it's been quite an intense new moon. With Uranus in the mix, I think a lot is being shaken up and changed at the moment. And then today, the 4th of September, we have a kite formation in the sky. The moon is still in Virgo. It has now moved to 27-28 degrees of Virgo. And a kite is forming in the sky between the moon and Uranus at 27 Taurus, Pluto at 29 degrees of Capricorn, and Neptune at 28, almost 29 degrees of Pisces. These are very dynamic energies, and a kite is formed by 2 trines and 2 sextiles. So these are more harmonious energies. I feel that the energy of the new moon is still very much present here. The moon is still in Virgo, and there is a deep conversation happening between these 4 planets. And with Pluto, Neptune and Uranus all in retrograde at the moment, we are going through something deep. We are going through deep transformation, and Uranus is also in the mix, so a lot of sudden changes and light bulb moments can happen, changes of direction. And with Pluto in Capricorn, I did a short video on Pluto in Capricorn, the last 2 and a bit months of Pluto in Capricorn that we'll see in our lifetimes, as Pluto takes almost 250 years to complete the zodiac. So Pluto is now in retrograde at 29 degrees of Capricorn. There's going to be a lot of change and revision, and even a deeper excavating and learning in this Capricorn area of your chart. So with this kite formation, there can be a real sense of tapping into a cosmic awareness, with the moon being exactly opposite Neptune. There can also be a tension in terms of things that feel really expansive and feel so absolutely cosmically right for you, but on the other hand, feeling maybe a little bit nebulous, or you could feel unsure about what is happening. So it's very important with the moon opposite Neptune today to really stay grounded and open, and review the things that come to you. You might have really amazing grand ideas, and your emotions can be very expansive with the moon opposite Neptune. So the moon obviously moves very fast, so by tomorrow this energy would have passed again, but it can be a very helpful energy in terms of it being very expansive and really allowing us to feel what has been set in motion with a new moon just a day and a bit ago. So then, I also would like to talk about on the same day, we also have on the 4th of September, Mars square Neptune. So this is a bit more of a challenging energy. Squares bring a bit more friction, and opposites kind of almost working opposite each other into this mix. So with Mars and Neptune, there could be conflict. There could be conflict that arises purely because things feel unclear, things feel a bit more nebulous, and Mars can feel a conflict because it wants to take action, it wants to move forward, it wants to maybe remove something, take a different direction. And with a square to Neptune, it could feel a bit more unclear, or something could feel too big and expansive, and that kind of holds you back from moving forward. So as Mars moves away from and out of Gemini soon, these energies of the square to Neptune will start to disappear again. So then we move on to the 6th of September, Friday. And on this day, we have Mercury in Leo square Uranus in Taurus. So this is an energy of unexpected news, changes of mind, plans changing, business things changing, transport changes, all of these things related to Mercury. And you can check where Leo falls for you in your chart. So yes, unexpected things are going to happen. Things are being shaken up with this square to Uranus on this day. And Mercury is starting to move a little bit faster now, since it has turned direct. So there could be, in this Leo part of your chart, there could be something still being shaken up that was brought up during this Mercury retrograde. And on the same day, Friday the 6th, we're going to have an opposition between the moon at 21 of Libra and Chiron at 22 of Aries. So as per this new moon a few days ago, there is a healing still taking place with this moon opposite Chiron. There could be uncomfortable things that we are working through, healing in certain aspects of our lives that we are seeing in a new light. And with the moon being our emotions, we can now be able to feel uncomfortable things, and allowing to feel can heal these things in a very beautiful way. So then we move on to Saturday the 7th. And here we have an interesting energy again. We have we still have the square between Mercury and Uranus ongoing for the next couple of days. So this aspect with news, changes of direction, changes of mind is still active for the whole weekend. And then we also have the Sun at 1522 of Virgo on the 7th, opposite Saturn in Pisces at 16 degrees. So this is a bit more of a challenging energy. The Sun is the light, it is joy, it is all the things that we aspire to. And Saturn is very much the opposite of the Sun energy. It is more a constraint of energy. It likes to say no to things. So on Saturday, there is this energy happening of maybe having to rethink something with Saturn retrograde and planning what we want to do in the Virgo areas of your chart. So the Sun would like to bring energy and action in Virgo, and with Saturn right opposite, it's more of an energy of we're being held back in some way. We could also be going internal with these energies, and with Saturn in the higher consciousness, it can bring a lot of awareness and wisdom and persistence, and allowing us to really be persistent and stick with long-term goals. And Saturn can bring this long-term stability into an area of our life. So this is an interesting energy to work with on the weekend. And then next we go on to Sunday the 8th, where very much the Sun opposite Saturn energy is still present. So check where Virgo and Pisces fall for you in your chart, because there's going to be, something happening here in terms of this opposition, where you can either be confronted with something you want to do but you have to say no to, or you could find something in here where you find more persistence and you're willing to put in the long-term effort to bring this thing that you are planning to light. So I think this is a very important energy for this coming weekend. And then on the 8th, we have the moon now moved into Scorpio, and the moon is now trining Saturn. So on Sunday, it's an interesting energy because we have the Sun opposite Saturn and we have the moon trine Saturn. So the moon trine Saturn is a more harmonious energy, and we can expect something from the new moon coming to fruition and seeing it in a new light, and finding more wisdom and understanding maybe in feelings that you felt during the new moon that you couldn't explain or express, and finding a wisdom and long-term goals in these areas of life. So with the moon in Scorpio, the moon is not necessarily very comfortable in this place, but Scorpio is a very deep place where we can feel a lot, where we can really tap into our emotions very deeply. So on Sunday, with this trine to Saturn, we could really come to a new found understanding of our emotional wisdom and clarity, and found a new way forward to work with Saturn in a long-term way. So then the last day I want to talk about for this week is Monday the 9th, and also to do with the moon. So on Monday the 9th, the moon is now getting to the end of Scorpio, and it's forming an exact opposition to Uranus in Taurus. So this is more unexpected things. Uranus is that light bulb moment. It's a lightning flash. It is things that can suddenly change and progress. And with the moon opposite Uranus, you can tap into emotions and things very deeply that may have been obscured before, And Uranus can give you that quick insight. Oh, wow, this is why I felt about that thing this way. And suddenly it all makes sense to me. So the moon opposite Uranus is a little bit more of a tension energy, but it can bring great insight and understanding into the Scorpio areas of life and help us to feel emotions and things around the feminine and around mothers in the Scorpio area of our lives. So I actually also would love to draw a tarot card for this week, just to see what more clarity we can get from the tarot. So I hope you will have a good week, and there's certainly a lot happening with Uranus still being very active this week in terms of speaking to the other planets. And there's definitely, there's a lot of change and transformation happening at the moment. And with Pluto and Uranus and Neptune all being retrograde, we're going very deeply inside to really transform those things that we have been transforming with Pluto in Capricorn for such a long time. So I got the 9 of Wands. He's already been through a lot. He's kind of looking back at the 8 wands behind him and wondering what's going to happen with the wand in his hand. So I think this card is very apt with Saturn being very active in the chart this week. And this card and also Saturn wants to teach us resilience and willingness to take on that one last thing that might seem like it's too much, but we know that deep down inside we have the strength to do it. We can look at our long-term goals even when it feels like we have been through a lot. We can move forward in a new way and find new ways to do things. So I think this 9 of Wands, it brings a lot of strength, and it's asking a lot of for strength. We've been through a lot lately. I know a lot of us have been through a lot of changes, a lot of things, a lot of unexpected things happening. And the 9 of Wands is saying that we've got this, we're going to get through this. We're going to find our resilience and persistence and stick to what we know long term is good for us. So please like, share and subscribe. Please comment below. I'm trying to get my channel to 100 subscribers, and I would love for you to be a part of it. Thank you and see you next time.